Hello there and welcome. My name is Sabine Blanchflower, and I am a consultant with the Proctor Gallagher Institute. Just a few months ago, I was in my studio working on clay when I heard Bob Proctor speak on YouTube. And his words resonated so deeply with me that I decided I needed to find out more about the ideas that he was bringing forward. What if I told you that I discovered a system by which the thoughts and the dreams of your heart and your mind could become a reality in your life? This is exactly what Thinking into Results does for you. Thinking into Results is a program designed by Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher to really raise your deep reservoirs of potential to the surface. It has changed millions of people's lives worldwide, be it financially, in love, in sports, in health. It has raised bottom lines. Today, I'm here to share with you some of the ideas from Thinking into Results. Let us start with the first one. I'm going to ask you a question. What is the color of your car? And then what does the interior of your car look like? And as I speak these words, my words enter your brain through your hearing sense, and you see a picture of the car. This is because we all think in pictures. Now let me ask you, what does your mind look like? Now when I ask you that question, since nobody has seen the mind, your brain does not have any cells of recognition for the mind. Now in 1934, Dr. Thurman Fleet from San Antonio, Texas, came up with an image for the mind. You see, he was aware that when you treated the symptoms of a patient, you could never really cure them. You needed to look at a person as a mind-body whole. So he came up with an image of the mind, and we call that image the stick person. Today, the stick person is going to help you and understand how the mind works. Your mind, my mind, everybody's mind. You see, irrespectively of how our minds have been conditioned through where we were born and where we grew up, everybody's mind, the human mind, works in the same way. So here is the stick person. I would like you to use your imagination and let this larger circle represent the mind and the smaller circle stand for the body. Now the mind is shown as much larger than the body because the mind controls the body. The mind is movement and the body is an expression of that movement. Now we have divided the mind into two halves. The upper half is the conscious mind. That is the mind that is educated, the intellect, our thinking mind. The bottom half represents the subconscious mind, that is the emotional mind, the feeling mind. The conscious mind thinks, the subconscious mind executes what is impressed upon it and expresses itself through the body, through vibrations, actions, behavior. We'll go a step further. Our conscious mind is hardwired to our five senses: hearing, taste, touch, sight, and smell. These are constantly feeding information into our brain, and our thoughts are generally formed around this sort of information. So they form our thoughts. Those thoughts are then impressed onto our subconscious mind. Now, the nature of our subconscious mind is that it is like a garden. You can plant anything you want in it. The subconscious mind cannot differentiate between real and imagined. So when you plant your thoughts into your subconscious mind, you impress them onto the subconscious mind, it gets emotionally invested in those thoughts. And those emotions then express themselves through the body in vibrations, and those then control our actions and our behavior. Our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions constitute our attitude, constitute what we're putting out into the universe. The universe responds with matching vibrations and conditions, and that is what we then call the result. There is another thing I would like to talk about. There is an incredible power that is constantly flowing into our minds from the universe. It is universal spirit. It is universal energy, creative energy. Now, this power is constantly flowing into our minds. It is undefined, and we can choose whether we want to turn it into negative thoughts or positive thoughts. Now, since the outside world and our five senses are generally controlling what we think, we allow them to form our thoughts for us. We often have negative thoughts unintentionally. Those then we impress onto our emotions, onto our subconscious mind. The emotions then express themselves through the body, through vibration and action, and those then get from the universe a matching vibration of something unpleasant, and that is then the result that we don't really want. This creates a vicious circle because your five senses then observe those results, and that thinking gets reinforced. So it becomes a true thing. Well, the good news is that we have 6 higher faculties of the mind. These are gifts that we are seldom taught to grow in school. They are the imagination, the will, the intuition, the reason, the perception, and the memory. Let us take the imagination. We tend to use the imagination against us. We use it to build pictures that scare us. We do worst case scenario pictures of things that may happen, even though they haven't. Today, I would like to do an exercise with you where we use our imagination to create a beautiful picture of something that you really like, you want to have, you want a condition, or you want to be a person. And we use our imagination to create that picture, that beautiful picture, and we call that an idea. So the imagination has created the idea. Now we use the second faculty, which is the will, to focus. Our ability to focus is an expression of the will. And we focus on this beautiful idea with our thoughts, and through repetition, we then implant it into our subconscious mind where it gets invested emotionally. The subconscious mind then covers these thoughts in emotions that feel good because you really wanted that thing. And those emotions then express themselves through our bodies in a good feeling way, and our attitude and our behavior reflect this vibration. And the universe then responds by giving us a condition in return that also we love. Now we can use perception as an understanding of what is happening, and we can see the result that is improved. We can think about how to improve it further, take it to the next step, and this is how you take an idea and you make it into a reality. Now, this is very powerful information. You know, you and I have probably experienced this without knowing how it worked. For example, when I was much younger, like 10 years ago, and I wanted to really go to Japan for an apprenticeship. I really, really wanted to go. And I had no idea how it would happen. It was expensive, it was far away, I didn't speak the language. And then one day I just decided, this year it's going to happen. And I found myself a teacher who taught me Japanese, and one thing led to another. And before I knew it, 6 months further down the line, I was in Japan having the exact experience that I had thought about in my dream vision. The exact idea picture became a reality. How would you like to change your life and the life of the people that you love around you? Thinking into results is a step-by-step program that takes you exactly through this process. It allows you to understand how the mind works, use the mind to create order, use the 6 faculties to create order in your mind, and make your dreams, realize your dreams into reality, into a tangible reality for yourself. Now, I run a program for 6 months where I facilitate thinking into results, and I take you step by step through the process of understanding how your mind works and through using it to really make success a sure thing for yourself. On the table in front of you, there are some cards. Please leave your email address and your name, and I will get in touch with you so that we can book a 30-minute free session in which we can talk about how to move these paradigms and the blocks that are stopping you from becoming or having what you really want. You see, we all have genius inside of us. We all have a spiritual DNA, which is perfect, but this is covered with old programmings and ideas that were put onto us when we were very young. Thinking into Results shows you and teaches you how to shift these paradigms so that you can free yourself to realize the life of your dreams. Thank you very much, and I'll catch up with you later.